Hey guys, we're doing something different today. We're doing a Marvel Cinematic Universe tier list. It got a little bit heated. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.
Thanks. So where do you want to start?
Um, shall we start chronologically or
Let's start with the least controversial ones. All right.
Okay.
So where do you want to begin?
You want to just put Thor the Dark World where it belongs?
Which one is that? Here, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. No arguments there.
Okay. Okay. All right. I feel that. Where else would you like to go from there?
Well, we can start at the beginning. Let's start with Iron Man 1.
Iron Man 1. So, personal opinion is this movie is A tier
Okay.
or S tier. I wouldn't put it any lower than that.
As a movie, like outside of the MCU, I would say maybe B tier. But given the fact that it kind of kick-started the MCU,
But it's by far, to me anyway, the best Iron Man movie.
well, yeah, but I'm not a fan of any of the Iron Man movies. So, I think A should be the highest.
Wow, hot take. Wow.
Controversial, I know, but
All right, I'll put it at A. But wow. Okay, where do you want to go from there?
it's still a great movie. I mean, I like it. I watch it occasionally.
Okay.
Let's do Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2, I say B tier. What are you thinking? Use your words.
I would say C, but B is acceptable.
Why C?
I just Again, not a huge fan of the Iron Man movies.
But here's my logic behind it is I would much rather okay. So I think 3 is worse in my opinion.
Yeah.
So like I would put this at B and 3 at C because I would much rather watch 3 over Thor the Dark World.
I'd rather watch Thor the Dark World.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry. I just don't like the whole fake Mandarin plot. I didn't like that in the third one, so.
Okay. Well, I can agree to put the third one at D. So let's start there.
All right.
All right, I'm down with that.
Okay.
But to put 2 at C, wow.
I said B is acceptable if you must.
If I must though, wow.
Yeah.
I lost it. Little help. There it is. All right. Let's start with Hulk. Let's do Hulk next. I actually don't mind Hulk as much as everybody
I would
else
say B.
does. I wouldn't put it at B. I'd put it at C. I wouldn't say it's a B movie, but I also wouldn't say it's like Dark World bad. Like it'd be a better movie. Like people hate this movie because they changed the actor and stuff like that. The movie's not terrible.
We can go C.
Yeah.
Yeah, he agrees.
Yeah, we got an agree. All right. Black Panther to me is A tier.
Definitely.
Okay.
Great movie.
Okay. Where do you want to go from there? Ant-Man and Wasp, personally, C or D?
Yeah, C.
C? All right. I just wasn't a big fan, but on the opposite end, if you have the regular Ant-Man, A tier for me.
It was a good movie. Yeah.
I love the regular
I
Ant-Man.
would say B, but
Well, why B over A? I get where you're coming from because I can agree with you, but what's the difference between the two? Why?
I just don't think it's
on the same level as
yeah, I don't think it's on the same level as Black Panther or Iron Man and others that we will put in the A category.
Okay. That's a respectable answer. I can get with that. So from there, where you want to go?
What about the first Avengers?
The first Avengers. This is gonna be controversial between us.
I agree.
Okay, like I'm
No,
not.
not A, B.
Wow. I was just hovering it over. There was no agreement there. I was just hovering it.
I say B.
B.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that.
compared to the other Avengers movie, even Civil War is better.
Okay, but where are you putting Ultron then? Fucking D?
C.
Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Captain Marvel is a D tier movie. Let's talk about it.
I like Captain Marvel as a character, but they did not do her justice in the movie. I will say she didn't have a good emotional arc, and in that they failed her. But as far as the character, which I know is not the MCU character, the comic character, I think she's worth more. But I can...
Well, I'm not disagreeing. The movie did her dirty, but we're talking about the movies. You said it yourself.
I'd put it as a C, but that's probably just because I'm biased.
You're so biased.
So...
Accept it.
I know.
Say I accept the D tier.
I won't say it, but we can just move on.
Okay. All right.
Captain America's?
We can do that next. Let's start with Doctor Strange. I'm just gonna call it middle of the pack.
I think it's an A.
You think Doctor Strange? You hated this movie for the longest time.
It was the very first, besides Captain America, the first Avenger, it was the first MCU movie that I ever saw, and I was not into it.
I just feel like the villain is weak. Dormammu's great, but you get 3 minutes of Dormammu.
Yeah.
Like,
but that movie...
Calcilius himself is such a weak villain.
But the movie, like...
The CGI and stuff is, like, the effects and all that.
Awesome.
All right. I'll let it slide.
And Doctor Strange is such a great character.
The first Thor.
Yeah.
It's just not a great movie.
As far as, like, standalones, it doesn't hold up to Iron Man or Captain America. Or even Ant-Man.
Yeah, you get sections, but it's not fantastic.
Yeah. Sorry, Chris Hemsworth. Big fan, though. Just wait till we get to Ragnarok.
All right. What do we want to do next?
Spidey's or Winter Soldier? We can just go ahead and put Winter Soldier at S tier.
Okay.
I think we can 100% agree on that.
All right. I'm down. I almost want to do the same for this one.
Which one's that?
Infinity War.
Infinity War? Yeah.
I almost say Infinity War is better than Endgame.
Yeah. It's definitely more tragic. It takes you... I don't know. The emotional roller coaster is just...
The emotional roller coaster.
They're both good, but I feel like Endgame you've had to have seen X amount of movies to understand.
True.
Infinity War is kind of the same, but you can catch on a little better.
Facts. Okay.
But I'd still say it's A or B. Endgame.
I'd go A.
Okay.
I'm with you. Far From Home. D tier movie.
I love Spidey.
I love Spidey too, but the movie's not good.
Yeah.
It's a teenage romp around Europe that we've seen 1,000 times by 1,000 different movies.
It jumped around a lot. I don't think that the movie benefited from that.
Right. It was very meh.
The villain was okay.
Yeah, I was meh. I wasn't just meh.
And I feel like they didn't address the blip enough.
I don't feel like they addressed the tragedy that is Tony Stark's death on Spider-Man.
That too. You get like one clip of him being sad.
Right. Like, I want him depressed that whole movie. In the whole movie, he's just trying to fuck Mary Jane. Am I wrong?
No.
I want this depressed teenager that just lost his father figure. Yeah. Not the teenager trying to get it in Europe the entire movie.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. I mean, Spider-Man is, he's plucky, but...
He's plucky, but he just lost his father figure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big bounce back. Again, I don't think they address the blip Endgame. I don't think they address that. Or Infinity War. I don't think they address that enough in the movie. Like, it's just kind of brushed over. Like, oh, yeah, some of our classmates are 5 years older now, and some of us aren't.
Right.
No big deal. But it's kind of a big deal.
Right. Okay.
Like, who lost their homes?
That kind of gets, I don't know, it gets talked about a little bit in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I don't feel like they go into enough detail.
In Spider-Man, yeah, they don't go into enough detail.
Even in Falcon and Winter Soldier, they don't go into enough detail.
I want to know what happened to these people that lost their homes, lost their spouses, lost their family members.
Right. All right.
It's not a fun thing, and I feel like that movie just kind of made it oh yeah, no big deal. 5 years are gone.
We're in Prague.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Homecoming to me is an A-tier movie. I would call it S, but that's personal bias, and I'm aware of that.
Yeah. I think A is fair.
A's fair.
Yeah.
The first Avenger.
I want to go S so bad, but
I do too, but we both know that's personal bias. It's
A.
probably an A or B movie.
Yeah.
That's personal bias. And okay, where you want to go from here? Let's go Guardians 2. It's kind of a B movie, man.
I really liked it, but
I did too, but it's meh. There's
not meh.
There's parts in it where I couldn't give a damn.
I liked it all.
So what do you want to put it? Where would you put this?
That's fine. I mean,
Where would you put that?
me personally, it would be an A.
I would rather watch all of these movies except Doctor Strange than this movie.
It's fine. We can leave it where it is, but personally, I think it's an A, and I think the first one is an S.
I'll put Guardians 1 at S.
That is a great movie.
I really like Guardians 1. I do.
I think anyone who's not into comic books can enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, anybody that's into movies and just likes what movies can do would like Guardians.
Guardians, when it came out, was like nothing we had ever seen as far, like in the MCU.
Right.
It's so different.
Okay, let's go Civil War next. Civil War's an A movie, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it at S tier. It's great. I don't know.
Wait, how did Winter Soldier get down to A? I thought that was...
It's right here.
Oh, okay.
That's the first Avenger.
Okay.
Breathe.
I was about to start fighting.
Throw hands. No, I really like Civil War. It's borderline S.
I would put it as an S.
All right, I'm not going to argue with you because this is the one we're going to fight about. Where would you put this?
S.
I would put it at AB. There's parts in this movie that are just boring.
What's boring?
When he's roaming around on Sakaar after he kind of escaped and they're doing their own thing in Asgard, I'm just kind of like whatever for 20 minutes. Like, meh.
I thought it was a good moment because it kind of shows that we've never really seen Thor and Banner interact. You know, we've seen Thor and Hulk interact, but we've never really seen Thor and Banner interact too much.
I mean, I get it, but like, even their interactions, I didn't think were character growth.
It was a little awkward.
Right, like, it's different if you're having characters interact for character growth, but who's interacting for character growth in that movie?
I thought they grew.
How'd they grow?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you say they grew?
Well, they,
Hulk got big. He grew.
They went back and... Well, originally Banner was on the fence about going back to help Thor with Asgard because he's like, not my business, not my planet, blah, blah, blah. But then he went and he helped him.
Okay. I don't know. So I would personally put this one lower than A. The Grandmaster to me is kind of meh, whatever.
I like Jeff Goldblum as
I like Jeff Goldblum. I'm just meh. Meh.
I loved it.
What about it did you love?
I loved how it was completely different from all the other Thor movies.
I feel like the only characters that grew in this movie were Loki, had some personal growth, and
Thor.
Korg. Fuck yeah, Korg.
I
Piss
thought-
off, Ghost!
I think Thor grew a lot. You see Chris Hemsworth being a little more funny in this movie and a little more...
Yeah, but I don't think that's Thor growing. I think that's Chris Hemsworth being tired of playing the old English Thor. You know what I mean? Like,
Eh.
because Chris Hemsworth can do some stuff if you give him leeway.
Yeah.
Don't just give him a glass thrown on the ground and go, another!
I thought it was very funny. There were a lot of funny parts. I loved Hela.
See, even Hela to me was meh.
I don't think she was mad. I thought it was a pretty good movie about an effed up family.
Whoa. Family's fucked up. But, like, as far as a villain, like, I like to care about my villains. I almost cared about Thanos to a point. I never gave a fuck about Hela.
She was just pretty badass.
I mean, to an extent, Odin fucked that whole family up.
Yeah.
But that's mythology. It is what it is.
Yeah. Let's see. Another thing I liked about the movie. I like the fact that Thor kind of realizes Asgard is his people, not the planet.
It's where I will say that's kind of Ragnarok is where he stepped up and became king. But like all that, like this whole here's what bothers me about Thor Ragnarok. You ready? This whole movie was like the point of this whole movie was eliminated at the beginning of the next movie. Like, this movie's about him recognizing his power, stepping up and becoming, like, the king to these people. The leader to these people. Mm-hmm. And then, Infinity War, half these people are killed. Thor goes off and, like, fails, so he gets in a depressed state and doesn't want to be leader anymore at Endgame. Like, come on, this whole movie didn't mean a fucking thing in the MCU. The only thing this movie did was get the Asgardians off the planet.
First of all, how dare you? Second, you might be right.
I'm just what did this movie do for the MCU? It's like cinematically, I love the cinematics in this movie. But as far as like story driven, what did this movie do for the MCU?
We got some cool Thor Hulk action scenes.
Well, yeah, but did that progress the MCU?
Well, hold on a sec. We haven't seen the Loki series, and we get a lot of really good Thor-Loki relationship building.
The Loki series is the Loki from Avengers 1. This is after Avengers 1. It's not the same Loki.
I'm aware. Thank you. But he's working with the time variance something or other, and I'm sure he's going to get to see all of his different timelines and see a timeline where he did kind of have a hero moment and, you know, help his brother and they, you know, saved their people. I mean, I would like to think that we'd come across that in the Loki series. So, that being said, if we get that moment, then this movie was worth something.
Oh, you gotta prove it to me, because I don't know. I don't know, man.
We'll have to wait.
Because here's the thing is, at the very end of Thor, I don't know. This movie's... Okay, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it as it is. Tell us what y'all thought. We're gonna take a short break and then get into some gaming here. If you